want to take you on a journey into the realm of identity. And in doing so, I would like to help for a key question, which is, what do people really want? You have to unearth what you love. Identity, indeed, is all about understanding the great passions that course through the veins of individuals and organizations alike. It is those things that are naturally born into us. They're not manufactured, they're not fabricated, you don't buy them in stores. They are part of us. AARP is 48 years old. I have worked in many organizations for a long time who have long and rich histories. And when those rich histories are based on founders like Ethel Percy Andrus, believe me, there's a ton to unearth in terms of what that organization indeed loves. In my estimation, in my experience, and from the bottom of my heart, I believe every human being's identity is absolutely formed at the moment of conception, and that over the course of time, as you get older, as you grow, as you develop, you can express that identity in 1,000 different ways, but you cannot change it, nor can an organization. Nor can an organization. So AARP's identity was in many ways founded when the organization was founded. It has developed, it has grown, it has matured, it has deepened, it has become richer. Indeed, it has become more powerful, but it has not changed. How it expresses itself, how it is expressed, how it is used as a lever of growth and change, that can occur hundreds of times over. Organizations and people face a very similar moment of truth in the course of their lives, and that is you kind of hit a wall. You get tested. It's a moment of trial. When you say, I'm not 100% sure of what all of this means. If you follow the course of this discussion, I've learned what makes me special. I actually have come to see the pattern of my life. I'm learning things I didn't know even existed. What do I do with this knowledge? I'm not sure. You know what? Maybe I'll just quit. Maybe it's just too hard. Maybe it's just too tricky. Maybe I'm just too tired. Wrong answer. For people and for organizations, when you hit that moment, when you're sure, and I have talked with many CEOs who, despite great passion for their strategies, great sense of direction, aren't always 100% sure where they're going. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Because the right answer to the question, where am I going, isn't, I don't know. The right answer is, I don't know, but that's all right. I trust the process. I have faith in what we have learned and where we are going. How do you do it? Indeed, you commit yourself to the path revealed in what you have learned so far. The identity journey takes courage, takes vision, takes stamina. It's worth the trip. The law of relationship that states that individuals are inherently relational, and those relationships are only as strong as the natural alignment between the identities of participants. And the question that contains or leads to is this: who can I trust? This is always fun to talk about. From a human perspective, trust operates on many, many levels. There's the question like, who can I trust to paint my house and they'll do a good job? That's a level of trust. And there's the level of trust that says, who can I trust to babysit my kids Saturday night so I can get there? That's a level of trust. And then there's, who can I trust to take care of my ailing father because he's dying? That's another level of trust. But the level of trust that I'm talking about is even deeper than that. It's the trust that comes with answering the question, who will want what I have to give? Who will want my gift? Who will want what AARP has to offer? Who will really want it? Not who might think it's okay. Who will really line up? That's the level of trust that's based, that comes and that flows from identity. And in the course of your lives, there will only be very few relationships you have that qualify. And the only member of that inner identity circle, which I like to call it, that is a permanent member is you. At some moment on the identity journey, there comes a point when it's time to stand up and be counted for who you are. And the way you do that is you declare yourself on the strength of your gift. You can do this in small ways. You can do this in big ways. You can do it by standing in front of 250 people and saying, "This is who I am. I am Larry Ackerman, and I am driven by the need to help people to see. That is my identity." Take it or leave it. AARP, at a moment, needs to stand up and, however it does it, and it will, and it is, say, "This is who we are. This is how we create value in the world." And there's no equivocation. Wealth, obviously, as you already know, because this audience is sensitive to things, comes in many forms. Wealth is in the form of recognition for good deeds, in the form of reputation, well-deserved. Wealth comes in the form of love. And for me, wealth comes in the form of self-esteem, the ability to sleep at night because you love who you are. So will your life be rich? It will. Indeed, if you do one thing, and that is surrender to the pull of your identity. So, I asked earlier the rhetorical question, what do people want? And I think they want a lot of what you provide. They want great products in health and finance. They want great services. They want good deals and good discounts that are meaningful, that make a difference in their lives. But I submit that people want more than that. I think people want, first, authenticity in themselves, if they can find it, and in their providers, if they can see it. I think, secondly, people want integrity in many, many ways. They want the sense of integrity that comes with knowing who they are. That's that powerful sense of wholeness or completeness. And they want the integrity that comes from relationships that are based on powerful products and services that indeed create profound value and unique value in their lives. And I think people want purpose. People want to know why the heck they're here. Leadership is not centered on life at the top. It is centered simply on life. The moment we recognize this fact, we are in a position that leadership begins as that solitary step wherein we first assume responsibility for leading ourselves. Leadership with a big L transforms into leadership with a small l, a more humbling act of self-accountability that once undertaken may or may not result in leading others. From this vantage point, authenticity precedes authority. So what does this mean for AARP and you? I think it means a lot of things potentially, but there are three things, three little messages that I would like to leave you with. One, I challenge you to build identity-based relationships with you and AARP, not just through the lens of products and services, but through the lens of the organizations that you are. What are the matches? What are the connections? What are the similarities that reside below the surface of the immediate relationship? And how do you capitalize on those? And how do you leverage those? I urge you to help people find purpose and not just products. 36 million people who are ripe for this discovery. And if you can help them get there, you are going to win. And finally, I ask you to make branding the act of leadership it is. Thank you very much.